One of the things people talk about is it was an upset that didn't really feel like an upset. We talk about it.
Well, you know, I think one of our fundamentals for success that, you know, we have 16 of them, and, you know, one of them is expect to win. And, you know, it's a compliment to our coaching staff and our players. You know, after being here 2.5 years, I think we're finally in position to expect to win football games.
Coach, is there any question that this is the biggest win of your tenure here?
Oh, I think, you know, I mean, definitely thus far. You know, we got a lot more, we got a longer journey to go though.
Coach, the emotion of those guys though, I mean, they were so happy on the sidelines. Can you speak to that emotion? I know, I'm sure it's inside.
Well, you know, these guys, they've been on a pretty good journey themselves. You know, my first year here, people didn't understand why I screamed and yelled all the time. You know, and you know, we're going to demand perfection, and we have such a high standard at Youngstown State that we're measured by. I mean, this place is about championships, and one game is not going to define us. You know, we have a 24-hour rule, win or lose. We'll enjoy it or mourn, whatever the case may be, and then we got to move on. You know, we got bigger fish to fry. You know, and that's what we're measured by.
So much has been made. You guys have talked about finishing in the fourth quarter and getting stops on defense. You did both of those. Can you speak to both of those scenarios, especially the fourth down stop that you?
Well, you know, I think we've been talking about fourth quarter a lot, and you know, I think you got to pay compliment to Mike Cochran, our strength coach. You know, I think we physically matched up much better in the fourth quarter than we ever have. I mean, that's a good football team. They're very well coached. Paul Chris is a heck of a football coach, and you know, that team right there, like I said before, they held Clemson. I mean, they held West Virginia to 21 points. I mean, West Virginia put up 69 today, I think. You know, Clemson would love to have held West Virginia to 21 points. That's a good football team, and they're going to win a lot of games. They got the right guy there.
Did the fourth down stop allow you to take control in the second half, do you think? Or?
Well, you know, I think it gave us momentum, you know, but, you know, momentum goes either way. They converted some big plays. They converted that ball there at the end, and then we got a turnover out of it. So you just got to keep playing every play. We talk about 5 or 6 seconds every play. Being relentless, get 11 guys to the ball, and good things happen to you.
Maybe talk about Stubbs' performance.
You know, Andre Stubbs is a guy that's probably too short for most people to recruit. And, you know, a lot of people get caught up in measurements. And we don't do that. We go by film, and he's an explosive football player. He's obviously an explosive player in the return game. He's a very explosive player on offense. And we got some other guys around him that are explosive too, so it's able to give us a nice mismatch depending on how the game plan.
What about that fourth down call beginning of the second half? I mean, it's really not kind of an unconventional, you know, not to go for it necessarily, but the play call, you know, certainly.
We've been talking about it all week. You know, I mean, we knew it was a touchdown. I brought it up during the beginning of the week. I said, listen, we're going to be in a situation where it's going to be a 4-down situation. I'm not going to kick a field goal, and we're going to set them up with this toss play, get a couple yards on it. We're going to have an inch or two to get, or half a yard, whatever it is, and we're going to come back, and it's called penguin. So we came back and ran the penguin. He was wide open, and it was a touchdown, just like we'd thought about all week, and especially in the middle of the night.
Coach, can you talk about the play calling of Coach Montgomery and how he kept the Pitt defense on their heels all day with the trick? Or
not tricks, well, I think we were more aggressive. You know, we did an extensive study of what we did in the fourth quarter around here in the past, and we felt like we needed to continue to be aggressive, and that means getting the ball in the perimeter, throwing it, play action. You know, and if we feel like they're tired, to line up and pound them a little bit. So we had some balance there, and we talked about being more aggressive when we have leads with play calling, as opposed to just trying to line up all the time and pound it, keep them off balance.
Coach, talk about the fans and the support you got from them today. I mean, was that huge?
Oh, it's a great. I mean, this is a great environment for us to play. You know, this is a great stadium. It's a great city. You know, it's a great experience for our players. And this is a game that I wish we played every year. You know, just because I think it's good for our community. You know, our community stuck by us, and you know, this win was for our community, along with our coaches and our university. I mean, we want to make Youngstown proud again.
Coach, you always stress the importance of third down. Today you were 11 of 16. Talk about how important that was.
Well, I mean, obviously that's pretty good. It's not perfect by any means, but you know, it's a telltale sign of the game. You know, I think they were 7 of 13 maybe, or 7 of 16, and you know, third down is the money down. We talk about it in practice. We practice it every day. And some of my coaches were like, "Do we have to do third down again today?" I was like, "We do third down every day, and it's the money down. Either get on or off the field, and I believe that's when football games are won or lost."
Coach, how do you feel about the fans chanting your name over and over again?
Oh, I didn't even hear it. You know, this isn't about me. This is about our community, about our players and our coaches, and I'm just proud of our players for letting us coach them. You know, because I think there's times when, you know, they're not used to our abrasive coaching. We coach hard. You know, we call it the way it is. And some people don't like that. They say it's too brash. But it's finally paying off, and hopefully we'll continue to play brash.